Let's look at some more circle problems here. So here you have find the center and radius of a circle, and we are given in our general form here. So we have x squared plus y squared minus 2x plus 8y plus 17 equals 81. So we've got to get this into standard form. We want to, okay, first thing we want to do is move our constant over to the right. So we're going to subtract 17 from both sides. It's going to give us 64. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to set this up to complete the square. So I'm going to go x squared, and then I'm going to write that next to my other x value, 2x. So I'm just rearranging these. I'm going to leave some space here because I'm going to need it in a minute. I've got a plus y squared, and then I'm going to put that next to my other y value, 8y, leave some space, and then that equals 64. All right, so then the next thing that I want to do is I want to complete the square. So in complete the square, remember that that is going to be b over 2 squared. Okay, so b, let me move that over here, b over 2 squared, and that's b in a quadratic. So remember, in a quadratic, you've got the form ax squared plus bx plus c. So b is the term with x, or the term with the variable that is not squared. Okay, so we're looking at this for our b. So -2 and then also +8, okay, because we're doing this twice. So I'm going to go -2 over 2, and then I'm going to square that. So that's going to give me -1 squared, which is going to give me a +1. So I'm going to take that and I'm going to add it to this side. And what I do to one side of an equation, I have to do to the other. So I'm going to add it over here as well. Then I'm going to complete the square here. So 8 over 2 squared. So 8 over 2 is 4. 4 squared is going to be 16. So I'm going to add 16 to both sides. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and go to my next step, which is to factor. So I look at x squared minus 2x plus 1. I want to factor that. I want to factor y squared plus 8y plus 16. So if I take those and I factor them, x squared minus 2x plus 1 multiplies to 1, adds to -2. That's going to be x minus 1, x minus 1. So I'm going to write that as x minus 1 squared. Okay, then y squared plus 8y plus 16 multiplies to 16, adds to 8. That's going to be y plus 4 squared. Okay, so that's a -1 because -1 times -1 is +1. -1 minus 1, 2. This is +4. 4 times 4 is 16. 4 plus 4, 8. Then on this one, I'm going to add these together. So that's going to give me 81. Well, now I'm in general form of my circle. So x minus h. So my h is going to be 1. Y minus k. So that turned into a plus. So that k there is -4. So my center is -1, -4. And then my radius is the square root of 81. So my radius is going to be the square root of 81, 9. Okay, so the center is 1, -4, the radius 9. The next problem I have says to find the center radius form of the equation satisfying these conditions. So then we're just putting this back into this form here. And again, that form is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. Okay, so I have my hk and I have my r. So all I have to do is plug those values in. So x minus 1 squared plus y minus -10 squared equals square root of 14 squared. And then if I simplify that, okay, this is going to become x minus 1 squared plus y plus 10. So this minus minus turns into a plus. And then the square root and the square cancel each other out. So that's just equals 14. So this is your answer here to number 19.